I spent the last 12 months building this software product, and yesterday, I finally launched it. But almost a year ago, I knew absolutely nothing about coding. I got scammed out of $2,000, and I almost completely gave up. But this is the story. It started in Spain. I was sitting by the pool, frustrated because I couldn't find a decent social media analytics software that helped creators understand why their content worked. I told my friend about this idea for an AI social media analytics software that could analyze everything, your hooks, your hashtags, even video transcripts. And he said, I think this could actually work with the right execution. I came back fired up to build this software, but the problem was, I barely knew how to code. So I tried building it with no-code tools, but it totally was a disaster. I realized for the problem that I was trying to solve, no-code tools just weren't going to be enough to get the job done. So then I found a developer through a friend, and I paid him $2,000 to build an MVP for me. And at first, everything seemed great. For the first few months, we were going back and forth on communication, doing revising, debugging. Everything was great. We're making a lot of progress. But then one day, his responses started to get slower and slower and slower, until one day I just stopped hearing from him completely. He had ghosted me, $2,000 gone, no code, nothing. And when I realized what had happened, I just stared at my laptop, hopeless. And I'm gonna be honest, I felt terrible in that moment. For 3 months, from December until March, I pretty much just completely gave up. I felt like the opportunity had been stolen from me. But then I realized something. In today's world, anyone can learn anything on the internet within a click of a finger. There's so much information online right now that if I tried hard enough, I could do anything. I could build anything. I could scale anything. So I started building it myself, slowly but gradually. This was near the end of my sophomore year of college, and I had no internship lined up for that summer. So I knew what I was gonna do for the whole summer. I was gonna go all in. Over the summer, I did wildland firefighting on the side just so I wouldn't go broke while I was building this. But during the rest of the time, I was doing 8 to 12 hours a day, every single day of programming. Hours of writing terrible code, watching it fail, debugging, revising, trying again, failing again, trying again, revising. Finally, it works. But for weeks of that cycle, I felt like I was making zero progress. This whole time I was posting raw style TikToks, just kind of talking about what I was building, the process, and my experience of what I was doing. The struggles, the process, the lessons I learned. And I was surprised to see that people are actually starting to engage with the product and the idea. I saw people commenting and DMing me, I would actually use this. And in that moment, it clicked. I knew I had to see this through. Then one day, late in August, I quickly sat up out of my chair and started pacing around my house. My mind was racing. It was done. I spent the next month setting up security, testing the flows, testing the sign-up flow and the payment flows. I was happy I had finished it, but I knew the real work was just beginning because I still had to market it. And as crazy as it is to say this, yesterday I finally launched the product. I spent almost 72 hours making a launch video that I could be proud of and posted across all of socials. And literally right after I stop recording this video, I'm gonna reach out to every single person who's ever joined the waitlist for the product and offer them a free membership. If you'd told me a year ago that I would build and launch my own AI social media analytics software after almost giving up and getting scammed out of $2,000, I would never believe you. But here's what I learned. The internet gives the opportunity to everyone to learn anything. You can do anything. The only question is, are you willing to put in the work when everything goes wrong? Over this journey, I've learned a ton, and one of the most important things I've learned is the quality and the importance of building a brand, especially a personal brand on the internet today. That's part of the reason that I'm making this video. Having people see you, know you, and trust you on the internet is so powerful, and it can help you build almost any business. I'm gonna try to start posting these videos much more consistently, and I would really appreciate if anyone wants to support me along this journey. With that being said, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.